All right, what we'll talk about in today's video is if it makes sense to get one large annuity or two small annuities. We're paying the same dollar amount, but should we break it up into two separate annuities? This is based on someone we are working with right now. He is 63 years old and he is planning on retiring in about 4 years. When he's 67 years old, he'll have Social Security and pension income combined of about $60,000 per year. We've already positioned a $400,000 annuity. He's about to start that within the next week or so, which is going to guarantee him income of a little bit more than $40,000 per year when he turns 67. So his total income is going to be $100,000 per year in retirement. He has other assets. He's got a healthy liquid net worth. I feel really, really good about where he's going to be in retirement. But he asked a question. He said, hey, with the annuity, I like the guaranteed income. I like the peace of mind. What would it look like if I increased this annuity purchase to $500,000? How much would it give me in income? And the answer to that question is it gives him about $54,000 in income. So there's a significant bump there. So should we do that? Because he wants potentially more income in retirement, should we just increase the full annuity purchase to $500,000? We could, but I don't know that I would do that. So here's the strategy that we put together. I thought this was really, really interesting just when we laid everything out for him, because I would want to see exactly this for myself. So the original plan for him, focusing just on the annuity, was to purchase a $400,000 annuity. He's writing a check. He's got money in cash, writing a check to an insurance company for $400,000. And at 67 years old, he's guaranteed $43,000 and change per year, every year for the rest of his life. He's got that contractual guarantee, which is sweet. So the updated plan, potentially, is to increase that annuity from $400,000 to $500,000. That will give him about $54,000 per year in guaranteed income. So we see a nice bump there in terms of what he'll get from the annuity. And remember, he's getting about $60,000 from Social Security and pension income. So this is in addition to that. Now, he's always lived on less than $100,000 per year. So this might be a little bit high for him. It might not be, but it could be. And here's why I mentioned that. Here's an alternate strategy. We'll look at the exact same insurance company here, by the way. We can proceed with the $400,000 annuity purchase, the one that is locked and loaded, and you can start that right now if you wanted to. And we know in 4 years, you're guaranteed $43,000 per year of annual income. Okay, sweet. Then what we can do is get a separate annuity for $100,000. That $100,000 annuity will guarantee you $10,800 per year in income at 67 years old. If you add those two together, the $400K annuity gives you 43, the $100K annuity gives you almost 11. Here's the total lifetime income you'll get starting at 67. $54,080, which is exactly the same as one big annuity for $500,000. So it's identical if you start at age 67. Make sense? Cool. Why would we break it up into two annuities? Here's why. When you flip the income switch on with an annuity, that income is locked in. You get whatever that income amount is every year, no matter what, and we don't have that much flexibility in terms of adjusting the income. So if we have two separate ones, this is someone we've already just had multiple meetings with and really crafted this strategy and plan with him, is if he starts the $400,000 annuity, that gives him a little bit more than $40K per year in income. With Social Security and his pension, it's about $100K per year. That's what he wants. If he says inflation is just killing me in retirement, I could use additional income, but I don't need it at 67, by having this $100,000 annuity on the back burner, the annual income that he'll receive at 67, it's $10,800, but it increases every year. So we can build in, call it some inflation protection, to begin to generate additional income at a later date. I'm going to show you exactly what that will look like, and we'll have some fun with this. First, let's look at the 500K and 400K annuity side by side, shall we? So what we've got first is the original plan here. So here's the $400,000 annuity purchase. We see if he starts it today at 63, if he wants to take income before 67, this shows how much he'll get per year. So we see it increases the longer he waits. If he says 67, that's my plan right now to start taking income from this annuity. He's guaranteed $43,000 in change for the rest of his life until the day he dies. If he dies before he gets his money back, the balance is paid to his beneficiaries. If he waits longer, that income will be even higher. Now, let's compare that to the 500K purchase. What do you see here? Well, he gets more money. At 67, he'd get $54,000 instead of $43,000. That's an $11,000 increase. So 100K buys you a lot more income 4 years from now, which is nice. That's why he's interested in this, to increase the income, because expenses and lifestyle, everything's going up. Everyone's feeling that right now. So, an alternative here. Instead of doing this and locking in the $54,000 of income, here's what we could look at. Here's the 500K annuity. This is one big annuity. Let's look at two instead. So here's 400K, and here's 100K. These are pulled directly from the illustrations. There's your income if you start at 67, and we can also look at the combined values here. There we go. So combined, if he starts at 67, well, first let's get our combined premiums here. Got that one. This plus this equals this. So he's depositing 500K just in two separate annuities. The income, if he starts at 67 years old, is identical to what it would be with one big annuity. But he doesn't need that much. Just based on the plan we put together, 100K per year is actually more than what he's been living on for a while now during all of his working years. So he could take extra income, but if he says, I don't need it right away, here's an alternative that I might do. Let's start income at 67 with a large annuity, 400K. And we'll take that as long as you need it. So let's say he needs that up until age 72. And when I say he needs that, because at 72 or starting 73, he needs more. He says, hey, I know we planned for 100K initially, but I'd like some more income because the cost of living has gone up, or I just want to do more in retirement. Now, for transparency, this individual does have other assets. He's got a healthy liquid net worth, which he could use that money, but he doesn't want to. He wants to use that for gifts, traveling, whatever it might be. The income here, he wants it at an amount that always satisfies his expenses and more. He wants to be comfortable and does not want to be stressed out about money in retirement. So if it's at 73, he says, I need to increase my income. With the strategy of using two annuities, he started the one at 67, the 100K annuity, letting it ride for 10 years, not taking income. The annual income amount is now $16,000 in change. So if he flips the income switch on, now at 73 years old, what's his total income? Almost $60,000 per year just from the annuities. Remember, he's got Social Security and his other pension too. He's got other assets. So what we've done is really built in, call it inflation protection here, by having another fixed income product on the back burner. So by getting two annuities, all he does is give himself this option. If he says, I'm going to start taking everything at age 67, If he goes with 2 annuities, it's exactly the same as what it would be if he just went with 1 annuity, assuming he starts them all at the same time. But by having 2, he now has the inflation protection, if we want to call it that. The 400K was the big piece of the plan that gets his income really where he's comfortable in retirement. But by doing this with the 2 annuities here, because he's considering funding it with more, he wants to get a larger annuity, this is what puts him in a position now where he's got a fixed product with backup income where he can live comfortably in retirement and continue to use his other money freely. He's got some in the market, and when it dips, it causes him stress. If his income is where it needs to be, he's not as stressed out about that because he's not worrying about, I'm going to have to use this money in the future. No. His income is healthy, which is the important piece. So I wanted to share that just because I thought it was a really cool strategy, just how you can leverage annuities here when we were looking at the updated numbers. Would love to hear your thoughts. And if you have any questions at all, feel free to leave them in the comments below. And as always, I hope this helps. Thanks so much.